I think in 4th grade. I thought I was gay. A Macklemore. Do you remember there was a tsunami that hit, I think it was Japan?
Maybe. Okay.
There's a really big...
I believe that such a tsunami exists because I believe women.
You believe women and you believe tsunamis.
Yes.
So I felt really like bad and sad and scared, and I wanted to do something to help. And so I thought about, like, I was like in 4th grade. I was like, I need to have a fundraiser for this. Like, I want
a fun what? Sorry?
like a fundraiser.
Oh, fundraiser. Okay. I thought you said I want a fun reason, like a fun reason to care.
Fun reason to go.
Yeah.
I want to go. You know, the prices are so low right now. So I was like, I want to have a fundraiser. I want to help the victims of the tsunami. And I was just walking around on the playground, and I start singing to myself. I've only ever told Sylvie this, I think. Tsunami, I'm gonna make a little money for the victims of the tsunami. Ooh, whoa.
Oh my God.
Tsunami. I really thought that would get people like crying at my fundraiser, like that song, and like donate.
Like it was like Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. Like this is an anthem.
Yeah. Or like Imagine.
We're gonna change the world.
like all those celebrities singing Imagine. Could you imagine Gal Gadot and she's like, Tsunami, I'm gonna make a little money for the It goes up an octave. For the victims of the tsunami.
We do some runs. For the victims.
For the victims of the tsunami. Wow.
Oh my God.
So unbelievably disrespectful, but coming, I think, from a beautiful place.
Yeah, let's go with that. We can say that.
Yeah, let's go with
Wait,
that.
how old were you when you did that?
I was like 8 or 9.
That's so understandable.
Could you imagine? I was like, now.
Yeah, I was like 23.
It was right before I got here, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like in my house, grown adult, singing Tsunami. It's pretty amazing. I still remember it. I think it's quite an earworm.
Yeah. It is. It gets in there.
It gets the message going.
Well, I still remember every word of the Optimum Triple Play commercial. That was like, the Optimum Triple Play is in the house.
Ooh.
I-O, digital cable. Watch a lot of channels whenever you're able. HD is free. And for $20 cable for $29.95, you better sign your label.
Optimum, don't sue us. Can that happen?
Wait, what?
Can Optimum sue you?
I mean,
It's not optimal.
it's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
2 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah. It's not optimal
I
for
mean,
Optimum.
Well, I'm not like, what would they sue me for? Copyright infringement?
Copyright infringement. Also just like your other crimes.
Oh, what are my other crimes?
I'm not going to say. You remember.
Oh, yes.
You
okay.
remember
Yeah.
the murders?
I remember the murders.
You were there.
I was an accomplice. I was the getaway driver. And I
You can drive?
That's the thing. I didn't have a license. That's why it was a crime.
Oh, that's why it was a crime.
Yeah.
Getaway driver, the judge was
From
like,
murder.
oh,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, like you're being a good friend. Like they're the one who murdered.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you were
yeah.
like, okay.
My friend the murderer was like, okay, Lukas, so I'm going to leave you my car. And I know you don't have a license, so thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for guessing what. Thank you for guessing what the pedals do just for me.
Yeah, you're driving stick. It's not automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, and the judge is.
Can I tell you that when I was a kid and I heard driving stick, I was in a park and I was holding a stick. I was like, is there a button on this? I was like, is there extra shit to sticks?
Yeah, that's how cars work. You just have to get a stick.
You just have to get a stick and you'll find the right hole. Just plug it in.
You just plug it in.
Boop. Yeah.
Can I tell you on my driving test?
You can't tell me.
We just end the podcast there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you?
Not sorry.
Did you
No
take
go.
a driving test?
I've never taken a driving test. No, tell me how your driving test went. Tell me.
Not good.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know how to turn off the hazard lights.
Oh.
Because
okay.
I don't know if you know what hazards are, but it's like when you get in an Uber. Oh my God, this is so New York elitist. When you get in a ride share, you'll see that the hazard lights. It's the thing that's
Is that little triangle button that you turn on when you're like
Yes,
double parking for while you pick up a burrito?
Have you done that? You get in the Uber, you pick up a burrito, and then you tell them to go on their way.
Not gonna lie, at least 50% of the time that my parents turn on the hazard lights, it was for that reason.
To pick up a burrito.
Yep.
The same burrito.
From the same place.
Sisterhood of the Traveling
Burrito.
I didn't know how to turn them off though, and when your hazards are on,
You only know how to turn things on, Gabby. That's your fatal flaw.
I do. Yeah, that's what the driving instructor said. She was like, "You don't know how to
She's
turn
like,
them
you
off.
just do too much for me."
Turn me on. Ah.
Yeah.
You when they're on though, like the turn signals don't work. So I kept trying to like use the turn signal, but I couldn't because the hazards were still on, and the driving instructor legally can't like give me little hints. So I just like was driving the entire time with the hazards completely
bad.
on.
Oh God, this is
But that's not why I failed. I failed because there was a two-way turn where I was going left.
I'm sorry, say that, a two-way turn?
God, I fail at this.
Do you mean a fork in the road?
Yeah, and I chose the wrong path. I chose the path more traveled. And I hit someone.
Yeah, more traveled in the incoming direction. Yeah.
No, I almost did. You know, I meant like in the when the road is two ways. It's like cars going here and cars going here.
Oh.
I guess that wasn't. See, I would never pass.
You mean a road that's just not one way?
Yes, a two-way street.
A two-way
Like
street.
life, it's a two-way street. Exactly, that's what I meant.
I feel like we just walked around in a circle to get to such an easy place to be.
Would
which
you say
is right
we
where
drove
we were.
around?
Well, I would say you are because I'm not allowed to anymore.
I'm certainly not allowed to drive. I took this way. I took this path.
Yeah.
Turned left, and I checked my blind spot, and I checked my mirror, and I remembered to check everything except if there were cars coming on the direction I was turning, and the instructor had to stop the car and take the wheel, and like she was like, let's drive back around, and she failed me on the spot, and it wasn't like usually you can be like, oh, this driver was a hard ass or whatever, but this lady was actually so nice, which made it so much worse.
Oh, that's bad. Did she make it seem like she was disappointed in you? Like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
No,
like
she
that?
was so almost like compassionate and yet almost a little emotionless about it. She was like, I can't pass you. Here are all the things you need to improve on. And I was like sobbing in the car.
Oh, no.
And she was so nice. And the whole time.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm you and you're her. So I'm just like, I'm so sorry.
Hey.
I'm trying so hard.
I couldn't pass you.
I have a girlfriend named Sylvie.
Not at that time.
Oh, okay.
It'd be crazy if future me inhabited.
I have a sister who looks a lot like me. My dad looks like I just say so many descriptive.
That's what I do in social situations. I just describe my life.
Yeah.
Please.
I did a class once with Anna Smith. She's awesome.
I've done stand-up comedy at Broadway Comedy Club's industry room.
I'm so okay. So no, what did she say? What did she actually say?
She had said that there were a number of things I needed to work on, and that it would probably be very scary for my passengers if I was driving with someone.
My God.
Because I didn't have a lot of control over the car.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough to hear.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Oh my God.
And it was paid for by my old job because I was trying to be a PA. And,
wow.
But they wouldn't pay for more than like 3 lessons, so I paid for 3 more on my own.
Oh God.
Because my boss, I asked him, I was like, how many lessons do you need to learn to drive? And he was like, you could do it in 3, which I've asked everyone else since then. They're like, you absolutely cannot do it in 3.
Do you feel like that's when you do a show at a venue and then the venue's like, hey, if you go to this bar and say you're with us, that you went to the show, they'll give you 20% off on your first drink. As like, it's sort of like, it's like a little bit of a discount, but there's no way that's all you're gonna need. Is it kind of like that? Bless you.
No, I don't feel like it's like that at all.
Okay, never
mind.
mind.
Can you elaborate on that analogy? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I can't. Because there's one place I'm thinking of in particular. No, no, I don't think I can go on.
It's kind of like when life's a highway and you just want to ride it all night long. You know?
And you think I'm the one that's going to get sued?
Rascal Flatts, if you're listening, come on the pod.
Shouts out to you.
It would be sick to interview Rascal Flatts. I don't like Okay, I don't dislike Rascal Flatts.
What did they ever do to you?
Are we really going into this?
We're in deep.
They did a cover of my hit song, Tsunami. I'm gonna make a little money.
Oh my God.
And they souped it up with like some sick productions and banjo. Rascal Flatts plays the banjo, right?
I don't actually know any music done by Rascal Flatts. I got nothing.
They did Life is a Highway.
Okay.
They also did a song with Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of a crazy collab.
That is a little nutty.
Oh, I can't.
Wait, is it nuttier than Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus? Is it nuttier than that, or?
Oh, but that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, but they were a match made in heaven.
They were a match made in heaven. You know, I just found out who Jack Harlow is. I didn't know who he was.
I sent you like a tweet draft of a joke about his appearance. Do you not remember that?
I do remember that, and I think I was like, oh yeah. I like Googled him. I was like, he looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Harlow is, I guess, a guy who hangs out with Lil Nas X, right?
Yes.
And straight man.
Yes.
Was given a BET nomination.
I do not know that.
Or is like up for one or something? Is that what's happening?
He might be. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, Jamie?
Jamie, pull that up.
What if Jamie doesn't even need to pull that up? He's like, oh, no, I know this one offhand.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's producer.
I have all the information you need. His middle name, his middle school crush. I've got it all.
Joe Rogan's producer is like a Jack Harlow stalker.
Yeah.
I see it.
Oh, God.
And I found out about...
What did you find out?
At a show, I found out about Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother.
Yeah.
William Eilishson.
Yeah, William Eilish's son.
Eilishson's son.
Yes.
A brother, a son, a lover, I guess. The idea is that... Lukas just confirmed.
Yes, I did.
Confirmed. The idea, I guess, is that they're in love because Phineas has a girlfriend who looks like her.
Okay, wait, no, show me that. I need to see his girlfriend now. I need to know what she looks like.
Yeah. Phineas.
Well, while you're looking up, can I tell you something that is that I hope she doesn't find this, but I have a cousin who has a boyfriend who's a lovely guy. I really like him. And they've been together for a while, and
I guess this is his girlfriend, by the way.
I don't think they look that much like each other.
I don't think
they're both white.
That's really all it. Yeah,
that's really it.
I think they're just both white. I think.
Yeah, let me see.
Everyone is talking about this like it's such a thing. I mean, I guess not everyone.
I'm sorry. No, I don't think she looks
not
like
the
Billie
prime
Eilish.
Minister of.
I don't think so. She's very pretty. As is Billie Eilish, but I don't think they look like each other.
They're just white and pretty.
Yeah, they're just white and pretty.
What's next? You're going to say that Laura Dern...
And you know what? I'll go out on a limb and say they need no other qualities. That's horrible.
And true.
Jamie, clip that.
Jamie!
Oh, God.
I was saying it's like Laura Dern and Billie Eilish. They're both white and pretty.
They are both white and pretty.
They look alike.
They not unlike each other. I think they could play relatives in a movie.
Ooh, I would
think
watch
Laura
that.
Dern could also play Billie Eilish's son, along with Phineas. Yeah.
So you were saying.
Yes, yeah. So I have a cousin who has a boyfriend, but my cousin also has a brother who is my other cousin, and then
I would hope so.
A third cousin of mine. She and I were talking, and I heard the boyfriend speaking to someone behind us, and I realized that he sounded so much like my other cousin. So like his girlfriend's brother.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. So this is okay. I need
a map.
I need to make up names. So okay. So I have a cousin called Billie Eilish, who has a boyfriend, and Billie Eilish has a brother called Phineas.
Okay.
Now my third cousin, Jeanette McCurdy. Jeanette McCurdy and I are talking, and then I realize that Billie Eilish's boyfriend his voice sounds a lot like Phineas. Do you understand now? And so I said to Jeanette McCurdy, "Oh my God, do you realize that this boyfriend sounds a lot like Phineas?" And she was like, "Oh my God, he does."
Oh, so they have the same, they're brother and boyfriend.
Yes, brother and boyfriend.
Brother and boyfriend.
Near identical voices, and it creeped the hell out of me when I realized that.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm that guy that when I'm like watching a cartoon, I'm like, oh, that's the same voice actor as from this cartoon. So I'm very attuned to that. And so when I heard this, I was like,
it's weird that
I don't like this.
Your cousin and your cousin's boyfriend are both voiced by Seth MacFarlane.
Indeed.
Everyone's voiced by Seth MacFarlane.
You're voiced by Seth MacFarlane.
I think he could do my voice.
I think he'd do an amazing job.
Seth MacFarlane, if you're listening,
dub in anytime you want.
dub in. he just makes a. Remember those YouTube videos where people just like dub
Lip sync?
voices?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. Did you see like lip syncs of bad lip readings? That's what they were. Did you? I loved the bad lip readings.
Yeah.
Also Djibouti dubs. They were great.
Oh yeah.
Hey, want to try some of my big hot dumps? Yeah, they were amazing.
Glozell.
Oh,
Remember her?
Oh, amazing era of YouTube.
In high school, me and my friend Sean would just sit in his house for hours.
Yeah.
And just watch Glozell do like the cinnamon challenge and shit.
Oh my God, she was fantastic.
Yeah, and Jenna Marbles was another one.
Yep. Yeah.
The early YouTube.
I watched a lot of Ray William Johnson as well. I was a fan of his when I was in high school. And can I tell you that I've seen some of his recent stuff that he's put out online, and he's actually really funny. But when I was rewatching it, I was like, why did I find this enjoyable?
Yeah.
Why?
That happens. Senses of humor can change. What was bad about it looking back at it?
What
was compelling about it at the
remember
time?
laughing my ass off watching it, and then rewatching it recently. I was like, I mean, no disrespect, but I couldn't find a single thing I could identify as a joke.
Yeah. You watch enough stand-up, though, and everyone's jaded. Yeah.
You develop enough in that you just change as a person. You just do.
Puberty
Be like that. Well, can I ask, what was your first sign of puberty? What was the first thing that made you go, oh, this is it. My body has started to change. Because I'll tell you mine. I started noticing pubic hair. And I was like, oh, this is it.
On other people? You just started.
I just got a spidey sense. I was like, that person has pubes.
That person has pubes.
Even while they were like wearing clothes, I was like, that person has pubes. I think I know.
I think I can tell a pube when I know one.
I know a pube a mile away.
I got my first period when I was at Temple. Probably.
Wait, no, you didn't. You got it while watching Mission Impossible, as you said on the podcast.
No, that was one of my like fifth period. That wasn't my first period. That was when I had my period and I still didn't know how to use like pads and tampons and stuff.
I could have sworn you said that was your first period though.
No, it was like my second or third.
Okay.
If I did say that, I misspoke because it was like my. I want to say it was like my like fourth or fifth period, and it was like my very first period was not like a heavy period. It was like and I had it at Temple.
It was a little whisper of a period.
It was a whisper of a ooh, yum 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 yum.
Hello.
It was probably when I was watching a Holocaust movie.
Oh God!
Because that's all we did. People don't realize
that's all we did. Just watch Holocaust movies.
People don't know this about growing up Jewish. You just get tossed Holocaust content so young before you can actually process it. That's why, like,
just nonstop Wait, well, okay, what was? Sorry, what?
We watched Schindler's List. We watched.
How old were you when you saw Schindler's List? Like how early?
I think I was like 12.
Okay, that's I thought you meant like 5 or something.
No. We were like in 5th grade when I started watching Holocaust movies. Come on, Lukas. I was grown.
Hey.
I basically had pubes.
Sorry for asking questions. I'm just trying to be an ally.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
Isn't that the funniest thing when people are like transphobic?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, I'm just
Yeah.
asking questions.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can ask a question, but the question you're asking is like, should you exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question. Should you exist?
Should you
Gabby?
exist? I
Should
don't
you
know that I
exist?
should exist.
I don't know
Trans
if you're in the
people,
right. Yeah.
they can exist.
Yeah.
But me,
You no.
I watched too many Holocaust movies. I shouldn't. We watched. What's it? It's a Wonderful. No. That's different.
Life is beautiful.
Life is Beautiful. Yeah, it's a
I
Wonderful
haven't seen
Life
that
is
movie, but
something
I know
else.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is Beautiful. We watched like documentary footage because the Nazis were actually like really obsessed with documenting every single thing that happened in the Holocaust.
They had their own Ken Burns.
They like did though. They did. They documented everything because they
His whole hairdo looks like Hitler's mustache.
I have to Google this because I'm just imagining a bald man with a giant mustache.
No.
toy.
It's just, he has a bowl cut, but it's so flat. Like it's just look it up. Just pull that up, Jamie.
like
Just,
remember that like 2010 like mustache aesthetic,
Yes.
like on the stick.
On this, oh yeah, and
Yeah,
also doing
yeah.
it on your finger, drawing it on your finger. That was a big era.
Imagine
Drawing
you got
a
a mustache tattoo.
Yeah.
Like some
Oh
people
yeah,
did.
yeah. I remember.
That's a decision. Ken Burns. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ken Burns looks like this,
Yeah, that's
and he
him.
documents the past.
That's what he looks like. And
Ken Burns, you gotta focus on right now, cause your hair is not.
He would be a great celebrity guest for Queer Eye.
Ooh, do they do celebrities now?
I don't think they do celebrities, but I would love to see them knock Ken Burns up a few notches.
Yeah, I want to see them make Ken Burns sexy.
I can't. I'm with no disrespect to him if he's a fan of the pod, but I can't imagine him with sex appeal.
Who did we say we want on the pod now? Ray William No, we didn't say. Rascal Flatts.
Yes, Rascal Flatts.
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns.
We said someone else too. Jack Harlow, maybe? No.
Oh, I would have him on the podcast.
We just touched on him. Yeah, we just touched him.
I've never heard him once enunciate. He just always like talks like this.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can.
Yeah, I don't think he does. Yeah,
He's always slurring them words.
he does just a little.
Yeah.
And he wears those earrings, and he has uncombed hair.
He
To be
does.
fair, I have uncombed hair as well.
Your hair looks nice though.
thank
I was
you.
noticing it earlier. I feel like that haircut you got really suited you.
I hope so.
Now you
I
just
hope
gotta
so.
start slurring your words.
Can I tell you? Did I ever talk about the worst haircut I ever had?
No.
Not when I was like, I think I was like 15 or so. I went down the street to this place, this barbershop that was run by Russian dudes, and they just fucked up my shit. They don't. I think they deal with like mostly dudes who have very straight hair. And so they wet my hair, but then they cut it as if it was going to stay straight when it got dry.
Oh.
So they like redefined my hairline, and like when my hair dries after it's wet, it goes like psh, it just like it gets really curly and poofy, and like it almost looked like a faux hawk when it was done, just because of how short on the sides it was and how like. And then I was so furious when I got home that my dad was like, "You should go back and tell them." And I was like, "I will." And so I like ran back and I was like, "What the?" I was like, "I am not happy with what you guys." And they're like very burly, hairy, like they were wearing a chain. And I was like, "This is not what I asked for." And I was like getting less and less angry and more scared as I was like getting through my words. And they were like, "You want us to put it back on?" I was like, that's a pretty funny line. And I was like, oh yeah, I should just not come back here. This was
My
so
jaw
pointless.
is agape. You want us to put it back on? Holy
Hilarious line.
Dude, that's funny.
Hilarious line. Because what else are they going to do? There's no reason for me to go back and voice this.
Well, at women's salons, they like fix your like if you get a haircut they don't like, they're like, okay, well, like we can't do exactly what you wanted,
Yeah.
but like we can do something else you might like.
Right. Yeah.
But it sounds like you just got fucked.
I did. Just a little.
You want us to put it back on?
Yeah. I was very lucky in that my hair grew back fairly quickly. And in like a couple weeks, I was like pretty okay.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm trying to remember if I've had like a truly terrible haircut. I remember once I went to Supercuts and
Oh, yeah?
the woman kept asking me not to cross my legs because it would like make the hair like uneven or something.
Mm.
But in retrospect, I don't think that's true. I just think she didn't know what she was doing. Because I've crossed my legs at plenty of other salons.
What's wrong with that? That's just how you sit.
I know, and she kept getting increasingly more like, hey, like, everybody knows it's a rule. You can't cross your legs at the salon, which just felt like made up.
I have never heard that before in
No,
my life.
It's made up. It would be like saying, you know that Canadian stereotype where they all masturbate with a fork?
Yeah.
Yeah, or where they all tie their shoelaces in a little infinity formation.
In the blood sign
In
that
the
you
blood-
make with your hands.
I remember on the very maybe it was
You did that. You know you did. At one point you did.
what, the blood sign?
Yeah, with your hands.
I honestly did not know what the blood sign even is. I remember on the 5th episode of this podcast, we talked about the, like, growing up in New York, the rumors that, like, the Bloods were going to visit every Halloween party.
Oh, yeah. Which I did not, and I was like, what?
Yeah, me and Zuby were both like, this is a possibility. Like, this is a
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
I missed out. I missed out on that fear. I missed it.
You missed the... It's kind of a crazy rumor to think the Bloods are going to come to a
It is
14-year-old's
yeah.
party at a Two Boots Pizza.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Us?
Yeah, the Bloods show up and we're like, you
Hello?
rang. You rang, Bloods. Are the Crips coming too?
You look great. Great angle.
Thank you. You think they'll know?
I can see your
there's other
pubes. I
games-
can see your pubes.
You can see the
a
pubes.
mile away.
I can see the pubes.
Literally.
Like I can hear the bells.
Yeah.
I can see the pubes. My
That'd be a good-
pubes
that'd be a
are
good-
spiraling.
Yeah, because they're curly. No, I was 12 and I just went into the bathroom and take a shit and I looked down and I saw just 2 beginnings of hair.
Aw,
And I was
that's
like-
still what you have.
Yeah, yes.
Little horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My penis is evil.
Hi, I knew that before.
Oh yeah.
I knew that a long.
Hate my penis. I was about to say my penis hates the trans community. I was trying to think of something evil, but I was like, oh God, that was
Yeah,
too
you've
far.
got a transphobic.
Yeah. It wrote Harry Potter.
It did. J.P. Rowling.
J penis.
J. Penis Rowling.
Joanna penis Rowling.
That's what Jake. Just kissed Rowling. What's the cutest thing JK
Just
can
kidding,
stand for?
Rowling?
Just kidding, Rowling.
Yeah.
Wait. What's the joke? The old joke that was like, how does Harry Potter get from place to place? Walking. JK rolling. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
And then she became a terrible person who free bled on her boat. So
what?
there's a tweet about this. Someone was like, it's funny that J.K. Rowling can't stop talking about periods because I had a friend who worked on her yacht and she would free bleed on the boat.
What?
I feel like that's so funny, as if to be like, I'm cis, like just bleeding everywhere. Just so bleedy.
See?
See my cisness.
Oh my God.
And I truly think, I don't know why transphobes defend periods that way, because periods are so awful. They are like the least, like my person, I talk about them on stage sometimes. It's not because I want to be some hacky comedian, but it's because like, I just can't believe every month I'm in shock that it's happening, even though it's going to happen for the rest of my life until I'm 50.
That is the thing is that it always comes by surprise. Always.
Well, you can track it. But
Right, yeah.
even when I track it, I'm like, I can't believe, again? Really?
Well, you can't have a top of mind every moment of the day thinking this is the moment. You can't do that. So you're gonna be like, oh, there's a little surprise.
Well, there are like signs that it's coming. Also,
yeah.
it's not always
Hazard sign.
Yeah,
The
hazard
hazards
sign.
are
Yeah,
on?
yeah. The hazards are on. I cannot flip my turn signal on, no matter what I do.
Yeah.
I kept being like, the turn signal's not working, and the driver's like, the instructor's like, but I didn't know how to
Can I
turn the
tell you?
hazards off.
I got a little bit confused about how periods worked once because I heard an Amy Schumer joke saying, like women, we're like clowns. We paint our faces. I have a string hanging out of my butt. And I was like, wait, tampons go up the butt? I was like, I was like, what?
They just go up her butt.
Oh.
Yeah. Amy does it a little differently.
Do you think it's before or after they're done?
They're done.
Yeah.
Oh, the period.
Yeah, the period. She's like, all right, this is done now. Time to go up the butt.
I was like, she's done with what? Like a set? Like every time she's after a set, she like puts the.
She's like, time for my celebratory butt tampon. That's my Amy Schumer impression.
That's a good Amy Schumer
Thank
impression. My butt tampon. Doesn't that sound just like Amy Schumer?
Oh yeah. Go.
Chocolate. Yeah, Amy Schumer. That is interesting. Yeah, it doesn't go up the butt.
Yeah,
unless you want it there.
It was like right as I was getting into stand up, and I saw it was like a very early special of hers, I think. And I was watching. I was like, wait, what? I was so convinced they went up the vagina. I was like, they lied to me in school? Why would they do this? Thank you, Amy Schumer, for teaching me that they go up the butt.
Yeah. It was all a big joke on you,
Yeah.
actually.
This is how you know I'm very gullible.
Everybody's made up periods to convince you.
What a great practical joke on Lukas.
Yeah, what a great practical. I once convinced a man of something, and well, it wasn't a man, it was a boy. In 7th grade, I convinced a kid. He was like,
that he was a man.
I convinced he was like, you're a big, strong man. He was like, women don't have boners, right? And I was like, well, we don't, but we do this thing. When we're horny, we compulsively have to take our pinky finger and rub it against our knee over and over again. Or maybe it was the thigh or something, but it was something with the pinky finger and like rubbing the leg.
Yeah.
And he like totally believed me. He was like, "Oh, what? That's crazy." And I wonder if like every time he noticed it after, because I'm sure maybe like someone got their pinky wet or something and they're like rubbing it on their leg.
Yeah.
Do you think afterwards, every time he was like, "Oh yeah"?
What did he think he got like a contact turn on? Just like, oh, sexual thoughts are happening around me. I am as well now.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Being a boy.
Oh yeah.
Or a cis boy sounds like difficult.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle and a half. You get convinced of a lot of shit that just isn't true. Wait, can I?
You get cucked.
Can I tell you that when I was in high school, I had a friend who I was in a show with. We were in the Sunshine Boys together.
What the fuck is the Sunshine?
The Sunshine Boys is a wonderful play by Neil Simon. And
Neil Simon.
And my co-star of the show, I think I can say his name. His name is Wesley. And
Snipes?
Wesley Snipes.
It was so your co-star was Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, and he was under the illusion that so he thought that all women from the time that they get breasts, like they're always lactating. That's what he thought, that as like just as like a thing of as like a thing that happens in puberty. He didn't know that was like a thing that only happens like when you have a baby for like a very specific period.
Women
of time.
Women
be lactating, you know.
That's so funny.
It was funny that he said it in a room where there were other like women in the cast, and our director was a woman, and we were all just like, dude, nah.
That reminds me of that Daniel Sloss joke about how he thought that he only learned when he was like 30 years old that it's not the
wait.
It's not the sticky part of the pad that goes on the vagina.
That hilarious. I didn't make that assumption, but I so easily could have. Easily could have. Just the idea of just go boom. Like,
people are kind of incurious about like that stuff with like, because I feel like people like hear about like periods and stuff and they're kind of like, oh, not even grossed out, but just like, I'm glad that's not me or something. But people are kind of incurious about like how it works. And honestly, sometimes I'm incurious about how it works because I think it's so gross.
Can I tell you? Well, first off, it is. You're disgusting. You need to go to a river because you're dirty.
A river?
A river. When you got your period? Oh yeah. Yeah. Get out. You're dirty. Don't get it on the good China. No.
It's all over the good China. My diva cup is China.
But can I tell you a misconception I had about the female body until I got to health class when I was in high school, which is that I thought, and I think this is a reasonable misconception to have as a boy, which is that I thought that for women and for anyone with I thought that the urethra and the vagina were one.
We are one.
I thought that it was.
Heartache to heartache.
I thought that it was just all one hole. I thought because like for men, it's all one hole.
Yeah.
So I just assumed it was the same for women. And then I was taught, oh no, there's like a separate hole at the top. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, there's two. How did you learn?
Oh, I was just shown a diagram and I was like,
okay.
what?
It wasn't like you stuck it in the wrong.
I stuck my dick in a urethra. Oh God, no.
Oh God.
No.
What do they call it? Docking? Oh no, that's something else. Docking's something else, I think. Docking is what you just squeak.
Yeah. Wait. What do you think docking is?
Oh, you know boats. You know how boats work.
Yep. Yeah. It's
It's
when you fuck a boat. Yeah.
I've heard it's something involving the foreskin.
It is. So what it is when two men, one of them has to be uncircumcised, and you put one penis head next to the other one, and then the other one with the foreskin encapsulates the first penis with their foreskin.
That's so romantic.
I think it is too.
I think it's like a
very
little hug.
It's penises kissing. It's so sweet.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Also, but I do find it weird. I'm like, all right, you've done that. Like, what do you do now? You have to remain very still. Because, like, you can't, like, thrust or do anything.
Well, it's kind of like soaking.
A little bit. It is like soaking.
What if for docking you have to have a jumper the same way you have to have one when you soak?
You can't be trusted to do it on your own.
Yeah, you can't.
For safety, you can't do it.
I feel like the one sex act I would really try with a man is soaking because I just think it's funny. I just want like all my friends to like be on the bed jumping. Like, we're so proud of you. It really sounds wholesome. That's what Mormonism's all about.
Of you.
Yeah, the whole time everyone's like, that's so nice. We're so proud. Look at you go. One day you'll marry him and you can do this without us.
One day more.
One day more.
Another day, another dictiny.
What did you think of the hard pivot? What did you think of the Les Mis movie from all those years ago?
The one with Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
I thought that it had its moments. I thought that it was okay.
I mean, I think Anne Hathaway was its main moment.
Yes, definitely.
I think she's I know we like.
She's a great actor.
We have this joke. Oh, she's never at her mic or whatever. She's an amazing actor.
She's great.
Yeah,
she's wonderful. And I think Hugh Jackman actually did I think he worked really hard.
Yes,
he worked really hard in that role.
And Russell Crowe did whatever the opposite is.
Yeah, he's Britney Spears. Did you see the outfit comparison between like him and like the first scene where he's like wearing like it looks a lot like Britney Spears' flight attendant outfit and hat.
In Toxic?
Yeah.
Oh,
the blue one?
God,
Yeah, it looks a lot like that. I feel bad for him because like I don't think he's that good a singer, but I think he really tried, and I think that's what counts.
I think, remember those memes from a while ago that was like blank can do blank, but blank couldn't do blank?
Yeah. Wait, give me an example.
So I'm going to give you one right now.
Okay.
Britney Spears could do the villain in Les Mis, but Russell Crowe couldn't do Toxic.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I would love to see Britney Spears as the villain.
I think Russell Crowe would body Toxic.
You think so?
I know so. He's a freak in the show. He's a freak.
Write in.
He is a freak, and you know it.
Would Russell Crowe body Toxic?
I think he would do amazingly. I think if he did that on Lip Sync Battle, it would be all anyone could talk about.
Ooh, I only remember one lip sync battle, and it was Tom Holland's Umbrella.
But Anne Hathaway's one of
Anne
Wrecking Ball.
Hathaway did a good one.
That's a great one. As well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom Holland's as the Umbrella. Yeah, that was pretty great. That was pretty special.
He's incredible.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
He's a very talented
and
young
I think
fella.
he and Zendaya we're really talking about this like boomers.
Yeah,
he and Zendaya, very sweet couple.
They're lovely. They're so adorable.
Did I ever show you somebody? So Tom Holland and Zendaya's fans are kind of weird, like the super fans who stand.
There are a lot of super fans. Yeah.
Somebody commented.
Yeah.
There's a photo of Tom
comment?
Holland and Zendaya in like a cafe in Boston.
Uh-huh.
And someone said, "Oh my God, can we talk about like heart eyes emoji? How Tom just isn't afraid to be around minorities." Somebody said that, and they meant it. Like, oh my God, he's amazing. Tom Holland.
What?
Not afraid of black people.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
wait. Was anyone else in the photo or besides Zendaya?
Yeah. It was like kind of like it seemed like it was a cafe that had a very diverse audience. I don't think they were even talking about Zendaya because I feel like at that point, like people.
There's work being done in my building. I apologize for the audio quality.
They're doing the work.
They're doing the work. They're listening. They're learning.
They're not afraid to be around minorities.
Yeah. So.
Not afraid. There were a lot of. I don't even think people consider Zendaya like a like people at that point. They just lionize celebrities and put them on such a pedestal where I feel like race doesn't even factor in at some point.
A little bit, yeah.
It's bizarre.
Do you want to wait a moment?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's wait a moment. Let's.
Doing the work. Doing.
Wait, can you do your best like baby cry? Can you do one?
Let me channel it.
Let me try.
That sounds like a cat when it's about to throw up.
A little bit, yeah.
Babies, I feel like they go like. It's not exactly right.
Oh my god.
I hung out with a baby recently.
Really? Was it chill?
It was. Can I show you a photo?
Show me the baby.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
Here.
Wait, but oh, that's a very cute baby. That is a very cute baby.
It is a really cute baby.
Yeah. Have you seen like Tom Holland's remarks saying he's like, yeah, I'm ready to be a dad?
No.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm dead set on like starting a family. I want to do it soon. He's like, he really wants to be a dad soon, and I have not seen Zendaya make any such common remark. I'm sure everything is great. I'm not saying I'm not trying to cast any doubt in the relationship, but it's more that I'm just surprised that because I think he's like 25, 26.
Yeah.
I'm like, not to like tell him to not, but I'm like, you got time, dude. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. So my friend just had a baby, and I feel like one of the things that like kind of was the reason for it was she sort of just rejected the concept of like over ambition.
Okay. I can only apologize.
Certified free.
We're listening
7
because
days
we
a
can
week.
do nothing else.
Yeah. We'll probably edit some of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we will. Oh my god.
Every time I'm about to speak, they like reminds me when I stayed in a hostel
Yeah.
in London, and there were like 8 beds, and everybody snored. And when one person would stop snoring, somebody else would start.
I can't. Oh my god. I can't deal with noise when I'm trying to go to sleep. I cannot deal with noise. But you know what's interesting is that if it's something like this, like work going on, and it's outside my bedroom, it will never wake me up or disturb my sleep.
That's like a growing up in New York effect, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with Tina. She was like, "What?" Like she sent me a voice note of like jackhammer work happening outside her building, and she was like, "This wouldn't bother you?" I was like, "Not at all." If it's outside my bedroom, my brain sort of categorizes it as like, "Oh, that's happening outside. It could never come inside, and I'm safe."
We should send her a selfie to make her Euro trip even better.
Oh yeah.
This is great. We kind of look like we're matching.
A little bit. Hi, welcome to the Genius Bar.
Yeah. I miss that.
I miss Tina too.
Yeah. Well, we're back.
We're back.
Welcome
Hopefully.
back. Hopefully. We were talking about, what were we talking? Tom Highlander.
Tom Highlander. Yeah.
Tom Highlander. He wants to be a I was saying my friend's a mom.
Yes.
She sort of like rejected the concept of like over ambition, and she was like, you know what? I like met a guy. I like him a lot. I don't have like that much that like I want to like I don't want to have a fake email job and work like 60 hours a week. I don't have an artistic passion that I can make a lot of money on, so I just want to focus on like starting a family. And then like by the time I feel like by the time her kid is like 18, she'll be able to like she'll still be young enough to like go off and explore other passions.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. Like, it's not my thing. I think while I'm young, I want to like kind of explore the world.
Yeah.
But I don't. I think there's a lot of people our age who are like, I could never be a parent that young. It's like,
yeah.
Well, quite frankly, you could, because many people before you have done it.
Oh, absolutely.
We all forget that our parents like did that.
I mean, not ours. I think both of us had older parents.
My parents were crusty when they had me.
Well, my mom was 34 when I was born.
That's crusty.
She's so old.
She's crusty.
Yeah.
She's still 34.
She's still 34.
That's amazing. She's kind of like a Tuck
She's
Everlasting.
been putting in the work. Yeah.
Yeah, Tuck Everlasting vibes. Live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you're absolutely right in that there's no like necessarily wrong time to be a parent. Like people can make shit. Like I've seen people that were like, I would never like recommend being like a teen parent, but there are people who said I have no regrets. I made the best of it. I if I had to do it all again, I would. And it's like, cool. That's the best. But I definitely want to be a parent, but I know I don't want to be one anytime soon. Yeah.
You wouldn't raise Tom Holland's baby?
I mean, I would do that, but because I think he would pay well.
Tom Holland, if you're listening, come on the pod. We've also got Rascal Flatts, Ken Burns.
I'll be your living nanny. I'll do it. Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. Tom Holland, Rascal Flatts.
Wait, can you show me a picture of Rascal Flatts? I need to see a picture.
They're not good looking guys. I'm gonna go. Sorry, Rascal.
Yeah.
I'm acting like it's one person. Rascal Flatts is like 5 people. I think.
Wait, can I ask your opinion on something? Which was that's the group.
That's all of them.
They look like they are all like face-apt versions of each other.
Yeah, they do.
They look really. Wow.
They kind of look like lesbian Cabbage Patch Kids.
I was going to say they all look like gym teachers.
Yeah,
the
they
lesbian
do.
ones.
They all look like Sue. What's her name? Sue Sylvester from Glee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lucas, you got to watch Glee. It's going to be our first Patreon exclusive. Lucas watches Glee.
That's a good. I would do that for Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when I was in elementary school, I don't know if she was a lesbian, but she fit the bill. She fit, yeah.
What does fit the bill?
She
of a lesbian?
Looked like a lesbian.
What's a lesbian look like to you, Lucas? Riddle me that.
With a vagina just on her face at all times.
My gym teacher was so weird. She was just always carrying a vagina on her
box.
head.
Yeah.
Box.
When did you first hear that? Because it was very abrupt. When I first heard someone describe a vagina as a box, I was like, that's harsh.
It also doesn't sound very pleasurable. A box has lots of empty stuff.
Yeah, it's also made of cardboard.
I remember the SpongeBob episode about boxes.
That was a great one.
That was my favorite.
That's
a great
episode.
This box.
Yeah.
I got you one too. That was a great episode.
That was so good. But yeah, no, wait. How would you? So wait, what do you think a lesbian gym teacher looks like?
I think she looks however she wants to look. Lucas.
Yeah.
I think she looks so good and so self-actualized and so self-assured.
Okay.
I think she looks the moment. I think she looks the money. I think she's always out there doing giving to charity.
Yeah.
Just singing Tsunami.
Word. Wait, can I ask when was the last time you were on a dating app?
It was like early Tinder, which is kind of crazy. I was in like 2 very serious relationships in a row, but
okay.
I remember like the days of Tinder where you could put up like 6 pictures of yourself and like a bio. None of these flowery voice notes. I just heard about sending a rose.
Oh yeah, that's
you can send a rose now.
Yep.
Like you're on the freaking Bachelorette.
Yeah.
I heard that Tinder, people don't really use it anymore because you can only get like 100 swipes or something. a day before you have to pay for it.
I'll be honest, I tried to get back on Tinder like a few months ago, and I hated the experience. I didn't see anyone that I thought that I was like, no, this is no longer the app for me. I can't
Why do you ask? What's your recent
because
experience?
the reason I ask is that I'm on like on Bumble or Hinge, you can put like there are things you can use to categorize yourself, like life plans. Are you religious? Do you drink? And so on. So you can say yes, no, sometimes maybe, or whatever. And so, but then there are sometimes profiles where they do very few of that. And I'm just like, why not answer more? Why not help me more? Figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing that? I like answer everything because I'm like, I have nothing to hide. I want people to know. And if I'm not what they want, then they can swipe left on me and we can save each other time.
Yeah, I really like, as you know, I like messing with people's hinges.
Oh,
because
yeah, I do too. It's fun.
I think that the funnier the response you have, like the more swipes you're going to get.
Yeah.
Like
I love setting up someone's account. I love doing that. That is so much fun.
I recently updated, what's that prompt that's like, I just discovered that? Something like that?
Oh, yeah. I recently discovered that blank, that like...
my fill in the blank for this person was...
That loofahs are actually a vegetable.
Are they?
Yeah, they're a vegetable.
Did you ever eat one?
You can eat them. I have not eaten one, though.
I updated my friend's profile to say, recently discovered that John Lennon died. I feel like if I saw someone do that, I would like swipe right. Or what is it? Swipe heart them?
Yeah.
Can you still swipe right or left? Or do you have to do the
You can. Bumble is swiping left and right, but Hinge is you have to... You can tap the X button, which is basically like swiping left, but you like a photo or a prompt response, or you write your own response to something. You can leave a comment.
I feel like we've talked about this before on the pod, but like, you know, comedians are always like, I'm on the apps or whatever, and it's like become hacked. But I actually think it's a really interesting experience. It's like not something that's really ever happened before in human history, where you're like, there's like a Rolodex of all the people near you.
Do you know what? I will disagree with that.
Really?
Well, think about matchmakers. The history of matchmakers.
Oh, yentas.
In multiple cultures,
yentas.
That's basically like an analog dating app. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke.
You're right.
They would collect information about you, about what you like, what you're looking for, and then they would give you like someone that they think you'd like. That's exactly what a dating app does.
I don't think people should be on digital apps anymore. I think they should go to support your local yenta.
Support your local matchmaker. Support local business.
Buy local. Hinge is a corporation.
Organic. Oh. Yeah.
Farm fresh.
Fair trade Tinder. Your aunt's friend.
Cage free. Your cage free aunt's friend. You know the thing with Hinge is you're always in a cage. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about this.
Yeah. Would you pay like if you were single, would you pay, and it was like, let's say that it was a very popular thing. That it was a very popular thing where someone was renowned in New York for getting like the best matches for someone. Would you hire a matchmaker?
Oh, sure.
I think I would.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I think I would more be curious, like, who they thought I was compatible. Because that's why we do self-perception corner. We want to know how we're perceived by other people.
Indeed.
It's like this ongoing forever mystery, right? So to be like, who is my perfect type?
Yeah.
It's like, I know that some dating apps will do like, here's... Because I used to be on OkCupid. That was another one I was on back in the day.
Never been on OK. Was it a good experience?
Yeah.
Wait, was it just web or was it on the app?
No, it was web.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure you could get it on an app, but I used browser.
Do you know what I only just discovered? This morning, and I felt so weird, but you can log on to Bumble and swipe on people on your computer.
Yeah, baby.
I just
How do you think Steve Jobs did it?
When he was on Bumble?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs on Bumble.
He's on Bumble right now.
Yeah. Hi, I'm dead. I'm so quirky.
The quirkiest fact about me is I'm dead. Something you may not know about me is that the spirit realm can pass over.
A fun fact about me is... I used to have pancreatic cancer. The end of this sentence will surprise you.
What do you order for everyone at the table?
Thoughts and prayers?
Thoughts and prayers. I knock their spoons away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would you swipe on someone if they said they were dead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would. I'd be like, let's see what happens.
Would you date a ghost?
Who's to say I haven't?
You're right, you probably have.
Who's to say I haven't dated the spectral form of someone who's passed?
Yeah. I mean, I read articles.
I'm very
women
open-minded.
who sleep with ghosts, but like there are people who like have random orgasms and they attribute it to ghosts. I think it's because spontaneous orgasms exist.
Wait, have you ever had a wet dream?
I don't think it works the same
Oh,
for my
it
anatomy.
does. Oh, it does. I've heard from ladies and those with vaginas that it can happen.
What?
Go on.
What happens?
They feel a wiggle and they lean in.
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Jason Derulo has fallen down the stairs of the Met Gala into your wet dream. What? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 tsunami.
I'm imagining Jason Derulo like falling and like really badly hurting himself.
Oh my god. Well, he denies that he fell down the steps of the Met Gala, even though it's a meme.
Oh, I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh yeah, Jason Derulo fell down the steps of the Met Gala, and now it's like a thing. It's like a meme.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. He was really good in Cats.
He was. Yeah.
I feel like he was the only one in that movie who actually like truly ate. He was. I saw him. I was like, that's star quality. I mean, Jennifer Hudson was trying her best, but I think
she was trying. She was doing her best. That was such an awkward movie. It was so awkward.
The thing with
there were a lot of shots that lingered. Like the final shot lingered really long.
I don't even remember.
I remember it so well. I was very. Oh wait, can I tell you? I may have mentioned this already, but I was with a friend of mine from college, and we brought whiskey in. Well, and we were just like sipping on it as we were watching, and I think everyone else was in the movie theater for the exact same reason.
Yeah.
And there was when Dame Judi Dench, excuse me. She was playing Old Deuteronomy, and she's walking in from across the street, like I think it's through fog or something. And then someone on screen goes, "Who's that?" And then another cat goes, "It's Old Deuteronomy." And then someone in the audience, like in front of me, just goes, "Please don't sing about it."
They've obviously never seen Cats.
Please don't.
Oh, but they did.
It was so funny.
I thought Dame Judi Dench kind of ate for that too. Actually, I take it back.
I think she's great in everything. Name a role she's not outstanding in. She's one of the few actors that every role she does, I can't imagine anyone else doing it. It's like her and like Jim Carrey. Name a thing that Jim Carrey has done that you think someone else could do.
Oh, have you ever seen Kidding?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that show's so good. It's Jim Carrey is the star of it. It was kind of like a niche show. It's like he plays like a Mr. Rogers proxy.
Oh,
but he's like super fucked up outside of it, and it's really an incredible show. I recommend it. Yeah. I think he's great. I think obviously Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton's great.
Yeah.
She was okay. Trainwreck. Say what you want about Amy Schumer. I love that movie.
I love Trainwreck too.
It's a great movie, and Tilda Swinton is fucking hot in it.
She's super hot.
She is so hot.
I've always thought she was hot.
I don't know, but in that movie, I was like, God damn.
Her alpine features.
Yeah.
She should have been in Cats.
Oh.
If she'd been in Cats, the whole thing, I wouldn't have cared about the animation. Replace not Jim Corden. What's his name?
James Corden.
Replace every single thing James Corden does with Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
And you've got a banger.
Wait, did I show you Lesbian Vampire Killers?
No. What?
Give me just a moment. Just one moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So
what do they do? Do they actually... Is it a documentary?
Oh, You could argue that this is a documentary. You could argue. So in America, I ordered this on Amazon. It's called Vampire Killers, but the original billing is Lesbian Vampire Killers. It's a movie with James Corden from 2007. You can find it online. You can probably rent it on like YouTube or Amazon or something. But okay, this is the premise of the movie. So James Corden and Matthew Horn. They're two young blokes in London, and they James Corden, he just got fired because he gets fired because he's a clown. He's like a for hire like party clown, but he punches a kid. And like his boss is like, why do you do that? And he's like, these kids gotta stop fucking up my shit. It's the funniest thing. It's so funny. And then Matthew Horn, his girlfriend breaks up with him, and so they're like, let's go away, lads weekend. We're like, there's lads weekend.
We can fancy a girl with that gash.
Yeah, no, he was like, we need to have lots of fanny. And he like does.
Oh, and what is it about British people, man?
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that they can't. They don't have a lot of money, so they can't like go to Ibiza or somewhere like that. So Ibiza, and so they just go to this tiny little town. But here's the thing: is that Matthew Horn is the direct descendant and like the last descendant of this knight who killed a lesbian vampire who was turning all of the young women in the area into lesbian vampires. So he killed her. But as this lesbian vampire was dying, she laid a curse on him, on this night, saying, so one day your heir's blood is going to mix with the blood of a virgin, and then I'm going to come back to life. And so, but it was in this town called Cragwich.
That sounds like a slur.
Yeah.
Cragwich? I don't think you can say that.
I think it's the name of a new STD. You got that, Cragwich?
You got the Cragwich?
Anyway.
Gross.
Thank you. I'm listening and learning. I'm trying to do better. But so they go to this town. They come upon these super hot like Dutch students who are all like just hot ladies, and they're like, yeah, we're learning about witches in the area, yeah, or like Swedish or something, I don't know. And so, but then they discover like lesbian vampires or start attacking them, and they bring back like the lesbian vampire queen, and then like Matthew Horn, his character has to kill.
Lesbians are the villain.
Lesbians
as
are the
usual.
villain. On this podcast as well,
as on this
as art imitates life.
You know, in grad school we talk about there's always an antagonistic force in every script, if not a direct antagonist, and
it's always the lesbians.
On this podcast, the theme is the antagonistic force is lesbians.
Oh yeah, and I've shown this to so many people.
I can't wait to watch it when I'm back. We gotta watch it. Yeah.
I actually showed this once to Chris and Lee.
Oh my god.
And Chris was like, yeah, that was a movie. That's all she could say.
That reminds me, there's a movie I want to show you after, and then we'll get to listener submissions.
Yeah. What is it?
Have you ever seen the movie MILF?
No.
Okay.
I want to now.
The movie MILF is about 4 lads.
Yes.
I'm just going to say lads even though they're American. Actually, one of them is British and nobody knows why.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be in college, but they do not look like they're in college. They look 30, each of them. And
I always hated that in movies. When they're so much older than the age that they pretend to be.
So one of them starts fucking the other one's mom.
Oh, cool.
And gets in like a relationship. But
Nice.
basically they like decide that like it's MILFs that are like the loneliest women.
Okay.
And who like need them the most. And I don't remember what happens, but the guy finds out that like his friend has been fucking his mom. And the big reveal at the end is the friend is like, well, I fucked your mom too.
Whoa.
Also, the moms and the kids look like pretty much the same age. Yeah. Can you believe...
Okay, wait. Did you see Enola Holmes? It was a new movie with Millie Bobby Brown where she plays Sherlock Holmes' little sister.
No. I didn't know Sherlock Holmes had a sister.
So, I think... Well, I don't know. But Henry Cavill, I think, is Sherlock Holmes in the movie.
No way. I don't buy it.
And so... Henry Cavill and Millie Bobby Brown are apparently siblings. Their mom is Helena Bonham Carter.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Shit's getting too Mad Libs out here.
I was like, what is this aging that we're doing right now?
Yeah.
This is so wild. And Helena Bonham Carter doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve this.
She's so good.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
She's such a good actor.
She looks, I would say her and Henry Cavill. I know Henry Cavill is supposed to be coded as hot, but to me he's kind of scary looking.
Really? I think he's hot. If he said, "Would you like to lick one of my abs?" I would be like, "Yeah, sure."
I don't trust him.
I would do
though.
it.
You just want to lick some abs.
I want to just know what his body feels like. You look at him and you're like, I want to touch your body. I just
understand.
do.
Apparently, he's one of the Hollywood stars who like insists on making his physique that way without steroids, which is like kind of impressive.
Wait, did they use steroids in
Oh,
movies?
they all use steroids. Yeah.
I thought they didn't. I thought that they just. I thought they all.
How do
did
you
it.
think they all get ripped in like 3 months and like suddenly their physiques change and they all get muscly?
Through faith in our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes, through our Lord Jesus Christ. Tom Hiddleston for Loki. You ever see one of the?
Don't tell me he got steroids. Don't tell me that.
Steroids are like not that bad. They're like not basically like people use steroids to just like it just makes you like work out a little better at the gym, like a little bit faster. Like it's not necessarily modifying your body. If you just take
you
steroids,
guys should just do steroids.
Everyone
just do steroids.
Do steroids.
Do steroids.
Do steroids. Steroids rule. I'm on them right now, baby. I'm roided out. I roid up before the podcast. I don't use them to work out. I just use them to podcast.
Oh my God.
It's a grind. I learned about steroids because I was such a baseball fan, and Barry Bonds was using steroids.
Okay.
So I like read up about why people use them, and it's really to recover from injuries and like work out better at the gym.
Okay.
It like makes your body a little. So like when people need to get huge in a certain period of time, like they'll use steroids, and one of the side effects is like balding. Like fast balding.
Yeah. Because of the intense testosterone.
Yeah, if you see Tom Hiddleston, he like kind of like
he's got a receding hairline. Yeah, I've noticed it.
But like I don't know, maybe it's like male pattern baldness. Like it could be.
I think he's like around his early 40s.
Yeah,
I think he's just having a receding hairline.
I mean, we'll never know.
We should normalize
steroids.
Normalized. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like because like my dad. He never went bald, but his hairline receded over time. And
Steroids.
and the same thing happened to his dad, and I feel like the same thing is going to happen to me because I have very similar hair to my dad in the way that it grows.
You're gonna go bald?
I knock on wood. I don't think I'm going to go bald. I think my hairline is going to recede a little bit. That's what I think is going to happen.
When the hairline recedes, where will you hide?
I don't know how to answer this. I know how to answer. You know what's crazy? We never said welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
Oh, welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
Yeah.
An hour in if you've made it. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
All right, let's
Time to answer your questions.
Time to answer your questions. All right, I got one pulled up that you kindly collected. Fun fact. I had my first orgasm at age 19 while watching a YouTube video of a chubby girl eating a whole cake. I had my first boyfriend several months prior to that and, well, hadn't gotten off. But I didn't really realize/understand that. So, the feeling of that first orgasm was a total surprise and very confusing. Anyway, I'm here, I'm queer, and I still love chubby folks to this day. P.S. I love your podcast, and my favorite thing right now is listening to it on long walks. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
So, what I want to know is, was this individual masturbating to said YouTube video?
No,
or was
I think it was a spontaneous orgasm.
just a spontaneous. Wow.
You never watched someone eat a cake?
Nope. I'll say it right now. That is not what does it for me.
You'd come right away. You just never tried it.
Wait, have I told you about my first orgasm?
Wasn't it like you like didn't do anything?
Yeah.
It just happened? Yeah.
I was watching porn for the first time in my life, and I was literally just standing fully clothed, and I came out.
Yeah, you came in your pants.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to this person.
I think so.
I think watching a chubby girl eat a cake is that inherent. But like a whole cake. That's interesting. It reminds me of Matilda.
Yeah.
Where they have to eat the whole cake.
What I want to know is, was it intentional? Like, oh, I think this is what's going to make me come. I'm going to seek this out. Or were you just casually happening upon a video of a chubby girl eating a cake?
I think the algorithm's just gotten too...
The algorithm's just gotten that good.
Yeah. And then the next video after was aftermath of the Capitol riots and how to get involved. Because you know how people get radicalized. It's like on YouTube, like with the algorithm. Yeah. So everything leads back to the Capitol riots.
I love how much range the right has.
Oh, They just know everything. And speaking of the right,
Yes. Oh.
got one pulled up.
Oh, goody.
Hey guys, I get horrible panic attacks all the time, and especially in cars. The problem is that I need to use a car to get around. Lately, I've only been getting in cars for like the essentials, but I'm missing out on so many parties and hanging out with friends. Everyone keeps telling me to just go, but it's such a traumatic experience just being in a car. I'm hoping you guys could give me some good advice, and I'm wondering if you have gone through something similar. Thanks for reading. I'm a huge fan of the podcast.
Did this person say, I'm sorry, did this person say any bad experience that happened in her car, or was it just
No.
anxiety about being in a car?
It was, I mean, I'm sure it comes from somewhere, but the idea right now is just that like these panic attacks happen when they're in a car.
I see. I mean, that's fair. It's a dangerous way to travel.
Yeah.
I
don't know that I've gone through anything I used to get really scared on planes.
Yeah. What did you find anything was able to help you or no?
One time I asked a random man to hold my hand.
Oh.
He was a really nice guy.
That's sweet.
I was like flying alone and like crying and freaking out.
How old are you?
I was like 19, so it could have gone so wrong, but it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I think
I'll hold your hand if we're ever on a plane.
Baby, we're on a plane like recording the podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone on the plane's like, what?
And we're just like, we're reading like on takeoff, so I'm in middle school and I have a crush. It's like,
everyone's like, shut up.
But I also have a fear of minnows.
Minnows are scary.
Yeah.
It's
especially
kinda,
after their crimes.
oh, they've done so many
humanity.
crimes.
Yeah.
Minnows.
That massacre. Yeah.
No one's talking about the minnow massacre.
Yeah. But yeah, did I ever have? I don't think I've ever had a fear around transportation, any kind like that.
I think.
Which is weird because I've been in car crashes.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I once we were once driving upstate when I was 8, and I was like dozing off in the back, but we crashed into a bear.
No.
That was running across the road. We collided straight on, and then we like did donuts into the side of the road.
Oh.
Then we drove back to the city because our car was fucked up. We needed to get it seen to, but it still could take us back home.
What happened to the bear?
We don't know.
Oh my god.
It was gone.
Oh, it ran away.
I don't know.
Or it got poor bear.
I don't know. I was in a booster seat in the back, and I was like, "Woo, okay."
Yeah, everyone else was like crying, and you were like, "Whoa, roller coaster!"
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that my parents, they were like awake in the front seats, and they like braced themselves, and they got a little banged up, a few bruises. But because I was like half asleep, I just sort of like went with the motion, and I was fine.
You just wiggled.
Just wiggled.
Awesome. You just
Wiggle.
wiggle. I think cognitive behavioral therapy is something that's good for. I've heard is good for panic attacks.
I've also heard of EMDR as a way to.
What's that?
It's EMDR is it's a shorter form therapy where there's an endpoint, and it takes you through the trauma you experience so that you can finally put it in the past. It allows your brain to actually process it, because basically trauma is when your brain can't process something and it gets stuck, and so it moves you past it.
So like it's like Maury does like the bad version of that, right?
Kind of.
Like someone's afraid of pickles and he's like, well, I've got a pickle right here.
Yeah.
See, now you're not afraid of them anymore. And they're
Yeah,
actually, this is making this so much worse. But it's better than that.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's just exposure therapy, what he does.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing you could call it. I think
it's called exploitation. I think it's
just
called
a little
being
bit,
terrible
just a little,
person.
just a little.
Not that I don't love me some Maury, but
I love me some Maury as well.
So person who has a panic attack, I'm sorry you're experiencing that. Try some kind of like, there's lots of therapy that deals specifically with panic attacks. And if you don't want to do that, go on Maury. He'll help you.
Has anyone ever? I was about to say, has anyone ever just tried to solve their issues on Maury? Just be like, yeah, I have a lot of issues. You know where I need to go? Maury. Like,
I have.
You have? Have you applied?
I had the experience of I haven't been in the Maury studio audience yet, and so I applied to get in the studio audience, and I went in the studio audience, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I've spoken about it on the pod, but it was so much fun. They gave us pizza.
Oh, yes, now I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same feet.
We need to try to go to daytime TV as an audience member. We need to do that, because
yeah.
I desperately want to
The
try.
People's Court was one of the most fun experiences of my life.
Oh, wow.
Because the cases are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that still of Amy Schumer in the audience of Judge Judy?
No.
Yeah, she's just one time in the audience, and she's not there to do it. She's just in the audience watching.
And she's like, my period.
My butt.
My butt. The tampon's in my butt.
Yeah. Tell you someone else whose tampon is in their butt is our third submitter, which says, hey guys, I get horrible panic attacks all the time, and especially in cars.
Oh, that's
whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I thought you just went in order. I'm sorry.
Making them relive their trauma.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at you
sorry.
go, Lukas.
Not sorry. Okay, so my dog has the shared family ability to sleep absolutely anywhere. The first time he did this, my brother was home alone and he saw my dog, a then puppy, lying in the middle of our hallway. And as soon as he did, he panic called 000, my country's 911, and was redirected to a vet, where the first thing he was told to do was check for breathing and realized he was breathing and his heart was beating perfectly fine. He confessed this when we were fined for a false 000 call.
Oof. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit narky of 000. It's not a false call. You're like, oh no, I'm worried about my dog. And they're like, actually, your dog's okay. They're like, okay, thank you. And it's like, by the way, you fucked with us, so we're fining you.
I don't like that. That's not nice.
Kind of messed up.
Yeah. Well, what if what I'm guessing they were also kids
Yeah.
at the time, maybe. I mean, I could be wrong,
but
but
like, believe children, baby.
yeah. I'm like, what if a kid noticed it's better to be safe than sorry? It's good to teach kids to go 911 if they notice something out of the ordinary, and that's not going to happen again.
Probably not. Yeah. I will say this reminded me of when I was younger. I used to have this fantasy about like one time in school I was like so tired. I was like, I wish I could just sleep every minute of every day.
Oh my God.
And I had this fantasy about a family and all they would do was sleep. Like, what if...
I think this is depression.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
That's
really
kind of what you're describing.
It's creative depression. I had a fantasy about
creative depression.
A family is like, they like ate everything so fast so they could just go back to sleep, and they had like crazy beds everywhere, like all kinds of new technology in the beds. It's kind of messed up. It's totally...
What is sleep if not an artistic interpretation of depression?
Oh, so true. There's a book about a girl who is like experiencing depression, and it's called My Year of Rest and Relaxation. And she's like, I'm gonna take a year off of everything and just sleep as much as I humanly can.
Okay.
I mean, it's fiction.
Oh, okay.
I hope.
Were you just like, ugh, I want that. I want that so bad.
Yeah, I was like,
I want that so bad.
I want that so bad. I want to sleep all day. It's like such an aggressive way to want sleep, to be like, what if I could sleep every fucking second?
Yeah, that's a lot.
They fucked hard, they break the whole house.
Slept so fucking hard.
Yeah. But I'm sorry about your dog, and I'm sorry that 000. What country is 000?
The first country.
America. Remember when I jokingly said that the imperial system should be everywhere, and everyone on the clip got in on it and was like, "Look at this imperialist bitch."
Yeah, that was
that was crazy.
That was wild. You said that. That was a wild thing for you to say.
It was clearly. Could you imagine? I meant that. I was like the American. Like, I went to Europe tomorrow. Oh, tonight I'm going.
Yeah, you are.
Could you imagine?
Wait, what time is your flight?
It's at like 8:30 tonight.
Okay.
Could you imagine? I went to the airport and I was like, no more meters.
Wait for me.
Feet only. I like stick out my foot. I'm like, this is your new system. Feet.
How does that work? The feet system.
The feet system. Oh, I forgot there's gonna be meters when I go.
Meters?
You know, like, or wait, what is it?
Oh, the metric system.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like car meters. I was like, you're not driving.
No, certainly not.
Like,
there's gonna be like, everything's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's 10 meters away. I'm gonna be like, what?
Is that an inch or a mile?
Yeah. What if I like really impressed my Americanisms onto them? I was like, oh, sorry, you mean the Verrazano Bridge? What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Something. I think it was probably my air conditioner vent.
There's a ghost in this
There's
apartment.
a ghost.
I think
It's Steve Jobs wanting another date.
Oh, let him have another date.
Let go
Listeners,
Steve Jobs. Have
if you're
another date.
here, let Steve Jobs date you
Yeah.
in his sleep. Or sorry, in your sleep. He's always awake.
Do ghosts sleep?
I don't think ghosts sleep. They want to read that book. They want to read that sleep book and be like, I wish that was me. Ghosts are so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chronic insomnia.
I remember in the book Twilight, Edward said vampires don't sleep, but sometimes they pretend to sleep to like fit in.
Whoa.
Yeah. I also don't believe Edward was a virgin.
Appropriating sleep culture.
Yeah, my culture is not your costume.
Someone who's depressed says, "No, this is my thing."
Nobody else is allowed to sleep except depressed people.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets 8 hours a night. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Lucas, what do you have going on this next week?
Next week, I don't think I have anything going on. I mean, like this is going to come out after my show, but I'm going to be doing Popped Collar Comedy this coming Saturday.
Whoa, baby.
Yeah, Dan Wix's show. Who is the lovely co-producer of Roasted at Grove 34. Follow them on Instagram. I don't think I have any other shows at the moment booked other than like my run at Edinburgh in August. But yeah, what about you? Do you have anything coming up? Besides, are you doing any stuff in Europe?
Yeah, I'm rising. I'm grinding. Meredith Dietz and I might meet up and do a mic together because she is in Iceland right now.
Whoa.
Meredith Dietz is the co-producer of Jerry Seinfeld Presents.
Hell yeah.
Which is another
Mike and show.
Great
combo. Time.
Great time.
Great people that host it.
But mainly I'm just going to be messing around, playing around.
Beautiful.
Mushing around.
Living, laughing, and loving.
Living, laughing, loving, learning, living. That sounds like, have you ever heard the L Word theme song?
Nope.
Living, laughing, loving, breathing, fucking, fighting, loving. This is the way. It's really.
I thought you were about to say, "This is the L word."
And that should be the theme song.
That should be it. Yeah.
The L Word theme song is really off key. And do you want to know why it happened?
Because lesbians can't sing.
Because lesbians can't sing. Because except James Corden, she can sing. She can sing. I'll admit it about her. She can sing.
Oh, okay.
The
No,
showrunner of the L Word was sleeping with the lead singer of a band named Betty, and Betty was terrible. And Betty did the theme song, and it was so bad.
Okay.
And also the showrunner would make it so that like Betty would do guest appearances on the L Word, and she would make all these actors playing like LA lesbians be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Betty's performing tonight." Like she was doing free promo for Betty, and no one ever saw Betty again. Wow. You could call me something of an L Word scholar, folks.
It's kind of like Betty was a Nepo baby, but like
a
Nepo sugar baby.
A Nepo sugar baby. Folks, if you can become
I think that's just called a muse.
Ooh, true. If you are somebody's muse, you're a Nepo sugar baby.
Yes.
And you should be murdered.
We'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching and listening.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.